down for a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, choosing the wrong one. Consequences of a man's decision. It is your choice, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you choose a mate, who you choose, why you choose them, it's your choice. But you should choose wisely. Now, I'm going to go over some things today with you about your choice as a man, your decisions. But before we get to that subject for today, I want to bring Markell Wingfield in. This is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. And we'll bring Markell Wingfield in. He's going to give us some very, very important veterans information, and then we're going to continue with the show. Okay, Markell, what's up, guy?
What's going on, BobbieD? How you doing today?
Doing good. Welcome to the show. Markell has his own podcast, has his own YouTube channel called Markells TV The Podcast. Check it out for veterans information. He also has another show called Markell's Hobbyist. I think it's Hobbyist Tech Review. What is that? Something like that. the Hobbyist. Check out his YouTube channel whenever you can. You will certainly be delighted that you checked him out. Okay, Markell, it's on you.
Okay, man. So in the first one, I just want to talk about the reintroduction of the Social Security Expansion Act that was reintroduced by Senator Bernie Sanders and about 4 other congresswomen, and they've gotten more sponsors on that bill. So as it's been reintroduced into Congress, they're going to vote on it pretty soon. So if you're interested in getting that extra $200 per month, along with the new way that they're going to calculate the CPI, they're not going to do the CPIW, which is the Consumer Price Index for workers. They have a new formula they want to use, which is called the CPIE, which is the Consumer Price Index for elderly. So instead of using workers to say, okay, this is what they're spending money on, they want to use elderly to say, okay, this is what elderlies are actually spending money on, like medication, care, those different things, which is totally different than what the average worker is spending money on. So they're going to try to catch up with the current cost of living. And to be honest, they got to do something because Social Security is set in 12 years to become insolvent. If it becomes insolvent, you're going to lose 25% of your current pay. So, for example, if you're receiving $1,000 right now, you're going to lose $250 of that, or whatever amount you're at in 12 years from now. You're going to lose 25%. Just to give you an example, if they do nothing and we stay on the current course that we're on right now. So, what can you do? Write to your congressperson, write to your senator, let them know, hey, I want this to get approved, because it's only going to help seniors. It's only going to help people on Social Security. An extra $200 a month is $2,400 a year extra, and you didn't do anything for it. Extra. Along with the new CPI for the elderly, and everybody's going to get it. It's not just the elderly. Anyone who is in the Social Security program is going to get that extra $200. That includes people on SSI, SSDI, Railroad. Everyone who receives that money from Social Security is going to get that increase. Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And now is the time to contact your senator, the congressman, and let them know you need them to vote for this as quickly as possible. There's a lot of Republicans that are not for stuff like this because they're not about helping somebody. They're about helping themselves, and they want everybody to do it. But some people can't help themselves. They need help, and they don't recognize it. They don't understand that. So I'm definitely going to contact my congressman. I'm going to email him.
I was just going to say, part of the reason why they don't want it is because of the added tax. Now, this bill has another component to it that's not really talked about a whole lot in the news, which is this. Unlike paying taxes on your income, when you reach a certain level in your income, you don't pay Social Security taxes. A lot of people don't know that. Currently it's at $165,000. If you make at least $165,000 plus, you do not pay Social Security insurance.
I didn't know that at all. Wow.
You do not pay it. But they want to expand that to $250,000, and they want to add a tax of 6.2% on anyone making $250,000 and above to pay for the increase and the cost of living changes. Okay,
Okay.
that's the component that I'm talking about that they're going to
Right.
fight back on.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you're asking people who pay $250 and more, not just to pay on their regular taxes, and this 6.2%, there is no loophole on that.
Yeah.
Unlike your
Yeah.
regular taxes where you can do deductions and all this, on 6.2, they gotta pay that 6.2 off their income, no matter
Wow.
what.
They're
That
not
does
gonna
not
like that. They're not gonna like that at all. Yeah. It's gonna help.
that does not go away. So you out there making $1 million, that's 6.2%. You gonna feel that on top of your regular taxes. So
It's true.
that's
That's
why I
true.
say that's another component to this, and they're gonna push back because you're asking people who 250 and above to basically float everybody else who is below that
Right.
number by paying those taxes.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the solution is going to be, Bobby, because people are not going to be happy on either side. If it doesn't pass, the people who need it the most are not going to be happy, and if it does pass, the people who make 250 and above, they're not going to be real happy about it either, because
Right.
their taxes are going to greatly increase.
Yeah. I feel for both part people, but I feel for the people that need more. I mean, the people that taxes increase, they got it to increase. The rich have the rich. They can exploit it more than the poor. So I say tax them. I'm sorry, man, tax them. If it's gonna help, the guy at the bottom.
I feel it on both sides, and I'm kind of torn on which way it is because
Yeah.
I've been on that side where they hitting you with them taxes.
Right.
You making money, BobbieD, but you see it slowly going out the window. All
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
much as you make,
It hurts.
the more they tax you, and it's like,
That's it.
come
That's
on,
it.
man. And then on the other side, it's like people just don't have enough. They work their whole life. Now they didn't make a whole lot of money when they work. Some of
Right.
them made 35 a year, 40 a year, 50 a year. And I keep telling people who are currently working, you need to make as much as you can. Because
Right.
by the time you hit Social Security, you're not going to even make half of what you made if you were on the lower end of the totem pole.
Right.
And
And
it
that's most.
kills you, BobbieD, that you have these digital nomads trying to make this life that some of them have seem so wonderful and beautiful when they're
Right.
barely making it. And when they get old, what do you think is going to happen to them? They're not going to have a dime. They're not going to have anything. The bare minimum. And it's like,
Yeah.
that ain't
They
the way to go.
might have a decent social check. They ain't got nothing but a social security check, and they're like, they be over to come back. Okay, we lost the connection for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah. You're back now. Okay. So let me talk about the other thing real quick before we lose connection here, which is
Okay.
the medical. Can I say that on here? The medical marijuana?
Yeah, you said, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Medical marijuana is fine.
Okay, medical marijuana safe harbor act. Now, this is a
Okay.
bill that was created last year by Senator Barbara Lee of California.
Okay.
And in this bill, now I want people to understand this. I'm going to try to explain it slowly so you understand. This is not to make marijuana legal on the federal side. That's not what it's doing. It's not changing the federal standards for marijuana being illegal to being legal. That is not what this bill is. Now, there's a link on my community page to this bill. I wonder if I can put it in here, BobbieD.
Yeah, you can put it in the notes if you want to.
Okay.
Just copy and paste it in the
I got to
notes.
put it up real quick, but I'm going
Okay.
to find it real quick. But this bill is basically, quite honest with you, a beta test. This bill is similar to what the VA did with the compensated work therapy. So you can work at the VA and it is considered therapy. That is the loophole that they made in that bill. Well, they did something similar to this bill. So if
Okay.
this bill passes, they're basically going to frame this bill as a study, right? As a test subject, as a study, as a beta test. Because the way the bill is written, it's only going to be selected veterans in states where marijuana is legal. They're going to test these veterans. They're going to check on it, and they're going to be prescribed by doctors, right? And they can only get the marijuana, the medical marijuana, from dispensaries and Indian tribes that have already been approved by the federal government.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure there are going to be some senators and some Congress people with their hands in the pocket making some money on this. I'm sure they own some or own some stocks or own something because this is basically a money grab as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line to that is they're going to make it legal for some veterans in states where it is legal to use it and then do a case study on those veterans. That's their workaround for medical marijuana for veterans.
Okay.
Put it here.
All right. Well, so that's important because medical marijuana is a God. It's a blessing. It's a godsend to many people out there. They help with headaches. It helps with a lot of different stuff, and they're just now finding that it's able to do it. And so we want to make sure that people that need it for a real good medical need get it. And if it's a veterans can be the test group for that, why not? That's my thing. I mean, I'm against marijuana if you just use it to get high. You get high, man. You get and I'm not with that. But if it's proven that it's going to help you, I mean, there's a lot of children that have this. I think there's some kind of medical condition with children's palsy or something, and they can't function, and they can't concentrate. When they take that marijuana, they're like normal, and it's a medical marijuana. So people like that, veterans like that, why not? And then the problem is certain states have it legal, certain states have it not legal. So we need to make a national policy that it's medical marijuana should become legal. And I think this bill is maybe a godsend for a lot of people that's waiting on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not just marijuana; it's also CBD oils, right? They extract, so they make them edibles like brownies and sweets and things like that. Okay. So it's not just taking it because I've never done any drugs, and I had CBD oil rubbed on my legs because I had a problem, and I didn't even know it, BobbieD. But I had a weird sensation after they did it, and I'm like, "Don't do that. Whatever this is, I don't want it no more." And then they told me what it was. So I've never been into doing drugs. I've never been into drinking. But if it helps some people, cool. I mean, my dad does it every day, BobbieD. He smokes marijuana at least 6-7 times a day, if not more. Okay. And it relaxes him. He swears by it. Look, there are people out there that totally swear by it, and that's cool. But for me, I'm not going to try it. It's been 50 years now. I haven't done anything with it. I don't plan on doing anything with it now. So
yeah, well, I have never done marijuana just to do it, but I tasted it. I can tell you a lie. I have tried it. We go to parties, everybody's smoking weed and all like that. So I tried it once, man. To be honest with you, I tried it one time, man, and it didn't do a whole lot for me. And I never tried it no more. But when they're in the parties and stuff, you can't help but inhale it. You're not smoking it yourself directly, but you get that indirect smoke. So, but it's not my thing, and never will be my thing. But if we come to the medical part of it, it's a valid, I guess it's a valid solution to many people that have issues. Like you say, your dad, for his issues, he does it, and that's okay. But it's just doing it to get high. I'm not with that. Okay, I see the private chat.
Sorry to cut you off. I put the link to the bill in the private chat.
Okay, I'll copy it. Cut it out.
Okay, two quick things. Okay. The next quick thing. You guys who like to rent from Airbnb. Now, there is no real way to check to see if the building that you're renting is within zoning laws in that city or that country. There was a situation here as of today. There's a building that's being rented out on Airbnb. That building was deemed in 2013 unusable, right? Mm-hmm. Because it needed to be reinforced. The concrete needed to be reinforced. There's not supposed to be any inhabitants in that building. Well, they just recently found out as of today, that building has over 50 apartments listed on Airbnb. It is not a safe place to stay. So they've been charging people $60 and $70 a night to stay in this building. Now, there's no real way for these people to know that the building that they're staying in is a hazard, that it could collapse at any time. There's no way for people to know that. So I would just say, man, if you can get some information and find out, hey, are there any zoning codes or this against this building? Because the only way they found out, BobbieD, they had to go back out, every couple of years, they got to put these zoning notifications out there. and they like this building is supposed to be abandoned. Why are there people in this building?
Right. Getting over.
Yeah.
Getting over.
Yeah, and they don't care. They could care less. As long as they getting the money, they could care less. And then the last thing about me is this.
Go ahead.
Last thing, guys.
Okay.
When you in a foreign country, I need y'all to hear me on this because there's been 4 people they found dead recently. One just this morning. When you are in a foreign country, you are not in your home country. You cannot just go out on your own, go into any neighborhood and walk around like you back in your home country. It does not work in these developing countries where crime is sometimes rampant. They found a Swedish man this morning. He decided he wants to go out bird watching in an area he shouldn't have been in. There's just fact. You can't go everywhere you want to go in these places. This is not your home country. So he goes out there, and according to the man, before he passed, he had the opportunity to explain what happened to him. He passed today, same time they found him. He said he was out bird watching. There were 3 people that came up with a gun, demanded everything he had on him, including his clothes, began to beat him mercifully, took everything he had, and luckily someone came by and they found him, but it wasn't quick enough. This is another issue. They found him and they took him to the hospital that was closest, that wasn't in a good area. When you in poor areas, hospitals are normally not that great. So that was the first place they took him. He was there for about 2 hours and they had to transfer him because they couldn't treat him to a much better hospital, almost an hour and a half away. Again, I'm not saying anything, and I don't wish nothing bad on him, man. And I give my condolences because he died. But guys, this is a lesson you need to learn when you're in these countries. I never just go somewhere I've never been. I don't know nobody there, and just decide to walk around like I'm back in the States. That is insane to me.
That's dumb. That's
okay.
Dumb.
If I'm going into a neighborhood I know is questionable, I have locals with me who are from there that know somebody know them. They know somebody. I'm not going to just walk anywhere, go anywhere. Nobody knows who the hell I am, and I expect everything to be all right. No.
You don't do that. You don't do that. Same thing here, man. I don't go nowhere around here. I know it's bad. And if someplace that I don't know about, I'm gonna have Lisa D, her brother, somebody with me that know. You know, that's all they can say. I'm with somebody. They're not gonna. If you go in a bad area, if you with somebody like local with them, they're gonna think twice before they mess with you. But when you by yourself, you open target. That's just crazy, man. You know, and the same thing, man. I see a lot of people here do the same thing, Markell. They walk around, tourists walk around here by themselves, and we be driving through some bad areas. Say, what's wrong with that man? You don't know where he at? And they were like, nothing to it. I mean, people are crazy, man. They're just crazy. So you have to protect yourself at all times. You're a foreigner in a foreign land, and people take advantage of you. And you think, well, hey, it's like everybody else. They ain't gonna mess with me. I know I'm the hood. I'm bad. Yeah, you be bad dead too. I'm sorry to say that, but you get hurt.
BobbieD,
you know where you're going.
These people know you are a target. You don't even have a weapon. You can't even bring a weapon. You can't get a weapon. And you're trying to do everything you do in your home country like you strapped with a 45 or 9mm. No, they know you don't even have a fingernail file here. You can't do nothing. So please don't take y'all butt out there thinking I can just walk over here. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to just walk over here. No. No, doesn't work like that.
They have the upper hand because you are out of your environment, you're out of your element, and you're in theirs. So they have the advantage over you. You got to think of it like that. You don't have and a lot of people's mind, they think that because I'm American, everybody got to look up to me. No, everybody don't look up to American. American's a dirty word. A lot of these countries. You American? Come here, put your pie out.
And BobbieD, they found them everywhere, man. They found one in some tall grass. They just happened to be cutting grass, and they ran across a body. They found another one floating in the river. They found this man in a hole. Look, man, this is not America. As much as people hate on America and want to say America is this, that, and the third, don't bring your butt here. trying to travel to these areas that you know
No,
you shouldn't be in.
no, that's a part of doing your homework, knowing where you are, where your area is at all time, where your environment's at, where it's safe and where it's not safe. So they're not doing their homework, and people come over like that. I have no sympathy for them. And they get in trouble, get all messed up. You should have known. Should have asked somebody. You know, just don't walk out here like that. You're taking your life in your own hand. You're risking your own life, your own safety when you do that type of stuff, gentlemen. If you're coming over to a foreign country, use some common sense. You don't know where you're going, get somebody who know where they're going to help you get where you're going. And that local that knows the ins and out of where you're going. Okay. So yeah, man, thanks for mentioning that, because that's a big problem here. And I guess in any foreign country you go, you're living as you're a foreigner living in a foreign land. That's just, you got to get used to know where you're going. Yeah, it's very detrimental to your health and to your safety. All right, Markell, thank you so much. Markell talked about the Medical Marijuana Act. You guys need to check on that. We talked about Airbnb. I did a report. I did a video on Airbnb. Airbnb, they're not all what people think they are.
No,
Uh,
not. I
no,
don't even use them, BobbieD. I've
I
stopped
don't
using
use
them. They don't take care of nothing. If there's a problem, you screwed. You were screwed. Ain't nothing you get unless you get your credit card coming to get the money back. You screwed.
right. I used them one time, and I went to Manila. I stayed there about 3 weeks, and I used them, and I thought the place was tight. I get there, the toilet wasn't working. It had a bad odor in the place. Oh Lord, it was jacked up, and it's supposed to be Airbnb approved. So be careful, guys. You know, there are some good deals out there, but there are some rotten deals out there with Airbnb. And you, once you pay, you gonna have they're gonna take an act of Congress to get your money back. Okay, so be careful with that. Like Markell said, check the property out. Check the referrals. How the people say who've been there before. Check their ratings. All of that stuff, and then don't check with the owner, because he's gonna tell you, well, this is A1. I just did it, and they ain't did nothing. All they want is your money, man. Yeah. So those are all very good information for us to know. And
Oh,
I'm going to talk. Go ahead.
last thing, BobbieD. I don't know how much you've been keeping up in the Philippines, man, but in Manila, let me say this one last thing, dude.
Okay.
If you have any type of fetish, stay your ass in America. Don't go to the Philippines. Don't go nowhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I
With
remember
all
you
these
talking.
different fetishes you may have, stay in America.
Right.
Okay, stay in America, because you going to these countries, they go to the U.S. is just gonna cut your passport off. You're gonna be
That's right.
persona non grata, and you're gonna be stuck in whatever
Right.
country you're in for the remainder of your life. There's
Yeah.
no point of traveling. You got issues mental health wise with whether they small children, or you got this propensity where you want to hit women. I'm making this plea to you right now. Stay your butt in America. Do
Right.
not bring your butt to a foreign country. If you go to any of the local news in the Philippines right now, there's a bunch of Americans getting ready to take their butt to jail. They already and not already in jail. So
Right.
don't come to these countries, man, with these fetishes. You're not gonna leave.
And that's what they do. Marco gave me a story about the guy. This American came to Manila, and he's been here for 20 years. A pedophile. They finally caught him. Yeah. And so I did a story on that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Looking out. But yeah, I don't know why a lot of people from other countries use the Philippines, Thailand, these third world Asian countries to hide out in. You know, and the United States has a treaty with the Philippines. They can extradite you if they find you. So that's what happens. They may take a while to find you, but they're gonna find you. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So I
gonna
don't know.
make a
Yeah,
mistake. They're gonna find you.
and it's not funny. It's not as nice when they come and tap you on the shoulder. You Joe Blow. Who? And he try to run. They grab you, catch you. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Don't do that. If you did time, if you did a problem, if you had a crime in the United States, do the time. If they say you wrong, you wrong. But they run here, and a lot of them are successful at living, escaping it. But eventually they get caught because they put a reward on them, and these people out here like to collect rewards. They love to collect rewards, and they have a standing bounty on any foreigner that has avoided their state. They are with a visas. If their visa is they've overstayed their visas, they have a standing bounty for people that want to pick that up. And if they know you overstayed your visa, they'll turn you into immigration like that and get a big fat check. So they love doing that out here. So I don't know why, but people do come out here and do that all the time. But that's a good idea. All right, what else you got, Markell? That's it.
One last one, BobbieD, and I swear I'm done.
All right.
Okay. Check this story out in the Philippine Times.
Okay.
Gringo goes there. He had been talking to a Filipina for, I don't know how long he had been talking. I don't remember, but she ended up fleecing him for $292,000.
Woo. Yeah. Dollars, right? You didn't say pesos. He said dollars.
$292,000. He
Wow.
had been working, sending her money. She's supposedly going to go buy a house, getting the furniture and all that stuff. Nope. Nope.
292. Hey man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That show you how sophisticated these scammers are now. And then that also, to the flip side of that, shows you how dumb these foreigners are now too. We got some big doofus people out here that they give you anything. I need $500,000, sir. Okay, what else you need? Hey, crazy, you know? You don't
Desperate.
give nobody nothing. Huh?
These people are, number one, desperate. Number two, socially awkward people. They
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
make it in their own
that's
country
it.
because in China, and basically on that side of the world, they call them LBH, losers back home. You know, they got a. If you go to Japan, if you go to Japan's Twitter page, dude, they got a whole section LBH. And unfortunately, they got a bunch of black men listed on there, losers back home. That's why they leave America and go to these countries. And
Yeah.
people don't seem to understand, but people have caught on to this whole thing of what people are going to do in these other countries. And don't be surprised if they start making some changes. Do not be surprised.
Yeah, it is so common to find people here in the Philippines or in other countries that would never make it in the USA. But they come out here and they act like they king, you know, until somebody recognize that they ain't nothing. All talk and no personality, you know, and they have the most beautiful women on their arms, all because they got some money. They would
Right.
never make it in the USA. The personality duds, I call it dud. They ain't got nothing behind their own personality, can't hardly talk, can't stand to be around people, all kind of stuff like that. But that's what attracts these kind of people are attracted to countries like that because they can blend in, and that people they think that people won't notice their craziness, you know. But eventually, the longer they live here, the craziness comes out, and then the people want, even the locals don't want to be bothered. Even if you got the money, to no gringo. I'm gonna run away from you. No, you crazy. Loco, muy loco. All
You're
right,
right,
Mark.
Bobby D. You're right though, because
Yeah,
if you socially awkward in the U.S., coming to
yeah,
another country with money, it just gonna mask it for a little while, but they're gonna
that's
figure it
it.
out. Yeah, this guy
That's it.
here, hey, he had no conversation. He don't want to do nothing. All he want to do is just lay around and talk. Well, hell, whoever you are in the U.S. is gonna follow you everywhere you go. You
It's
can't
gonna
hide
follow
from it.
you. And a lot of people think, well, when I get to Philippines, it's gonna be different. When I get to Colombia, it's gonna be different, man. I'm gonna be new. They'll accept me as I am. They accept you that you're a fool and you ain't got no personality. You got no business being here because you couldn't make it in your own country. Go on back home, man. That's what they tell them. Go on back home, Gringo. You are not welcome here no more. Go on back home. And then they wind up getting their feelings hurt, and they say, well, I went to the Philippines. Them people ain't right. They ain't right, and they talk bad about the country, but actually was them. They don't recognize the problem was with them all along. You know, but yeah, man, people have to be careful with that. All right, Markell. We're gonna go ahead and start the show. Thank you so much, Markell Wingfield, for our veterans and worldview information today. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. Take care. God bless. Peace.
You too. I'm out. Peace.
All right. All right. That was Markell Wingfield, ladies and gentlemen, our veterans specialist for the day. We try to get Mark here every Friday. He can make it. He is a permanent guest on the show as long as he wants to be. Okay. I got a spot for him. Okay. So let's go back to let's go back to I'm messing up. Okay, hold on. I gotta reorient myself. Let's go back to our topic for today. All right. For those of you that are here today, our topic for today is choosing the wrong one. Consequences of a man's decision. Okay. When I say man, I'm talking about a real man. I'm not talking about no toy boy, toy, mama boy. baby boy. That ain't no real man. Mm-hmm. Pussyfoot, that's all that is. I'm talking about a real man that put his time in. Uh-huh. He started off here and he had no maturity and he got some experience behind his butt and he grew stronger. He got hurt a few times. He got broke down to the ground, but he grew up. He raised himself up from the ashes and now he's stronger. He's longer. And ain't nobody gonna get over on him. I'm talking about a man, real man. Are you a real man, mister? If you are, I'm talking to you, mister. Yeah, you black man, you Caucasian, you brown, you. I'm talking to you, and I'm coming for you today. You want to make some decision in life, make the right choice about these ladies. Make sure she ain't shaded. And I'm gonna show you today how you do. I got your profile. I know you. I know some of you better than you know yourself. You know why? Because I've been there and done that. And I know people. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. The truth gonna set you free today. It's gonna make you free. And then when you get to be free, you're gonna say, why did I do that? Why? Because you knew better and you didn't do better. And then you really, when the choices you make in your life, determine whether you're a real man or you're a boy. I'm gonna show you that too. All right, let's go. So thumbnail for today, no hocus pocus, just thumbnail for today. It is your choice, mister. Yeah, you can wear clothes or you can go barefoot. That's what my mama told me. She said, son, I said, yes, ma'am. She said, it's your choice, son. You can wear shoes or you can go barefoot. You go barefoot. That's what you want. It's your choice. You know, everybody is your man. You got a choice. You have to make the decisions in your life. And then, more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, after you make that decision to that woman you got to live with her. You got to live with the consequences of your decisions. So why not start out making the right choice? Why not start out making the right decisions? And then your life would be more smoother before it. Okay, let's go. Hocus pocus, just focus for today. We got 3 things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna run it real quick. We out, man. Okay. Number 1, we're gonna look at you leave this to get with that. We're gonna talk about what's the problem, man. What is the problem with you? What's wrong with you, mister? Then we'll talk about the human psyche. What you mean psyche? What you mean psyche? You'll find out. Okay. Number 1. What's number 1? You leave this to get with that. How many of us ever decided, I wonder if the grass is greener on that side over there? Because I know what the grass is over here, but I think I want to try that grass. This kind of grass is not greener on the other side. You got a good woman. She cook your food. She wash your nasty drawers. Clean your house. She take care of you in the bedroom, the head, and you gonna leave her? Mister, what is wrong with you? Because you trying to figure out how is this other side is attracted to me. Is it I gotta decisions, consequences. And then when you get that one on the outside, you really want the one you had before. You leave this to get that. Man, you got problems, man. You got a good woman, you better hold it. Yeah, hold her close to you so nobody else can take her. And then show her that you appreciate her. Mom, but you want the slut. Cause you think it's a little more, she can do more in the bedroom, in the head. Come on, man. What's good is good. It always overrides evil. What's good is good. It always overrides bad. It always overrides sluts. Okay? It all good always overrides evil and nastiness. But you, mister, making the wrong decision, you gonna choose nasty over cleanliness. Who does that? And you know why you do that? Because your mind ain't right. Somebody treating you right, they loving on you, they kissing on you, they doing you clothes, food, kid, whatever, and you gonna turn your back and walk out the door and say, I don't need you no more, and you go for some slut? Come on, man. Make the right decision in your life. And then because you're going to live with the consequences. You leave this one to get with that one. How could Buddy leave his one and only he leave his dime for a slut? That's what you do. You got a dime sitting at the house. She fine as Georgia wine. 36, 24, 48, sometimes 36. Depending on how much she ate today. But no, you leave somebody fine for some, I don't want to call these words, but I have to say it to let you know the kind of women y'all deal with. You leave the good woman. You leave your good thing. That's what the Bible says. A woman is a good thing. Proverbs 31 woman, it's a good thing. You leave your good thing for some nasty wrench in the street. All because the nastiness attracted your eyes. The nastiness of her breasts hanging out attracted your eyes. The nastiness of the sides of her derriere, the sides of her buttocks, attracted your eyes. The nastiness of how she said she loved you, attracted your ears. And you forgot all about that good thing that you had at the house. That good thing that you had in your life. That's clean woman that cooked for you. She do all the things you want for her to do in the bedroom and the hair. And you're going to go with some nastiness. You leave this one to get with that one. But you got a problem. We're going to figure that problem out today. Everybody and their brother had her. But you're going to try to get with her. And, more people gravitate to drama. That's one reason. Everybody needs drama king. The world is filled with drama kings and drama queens. And so we have a nice, beautiful woman with us, and we live with. We married, we fiance. She fine as Georgia wine. But you gonna leave her. She don't give you no drama. She keep it real. But you gonna leave her for some drama queen in the street because you ain't making the right decisions. You don't even know what's good for you. And you're gonna choose some, oh man, I'm gonna have to say this word, skank. I'm sorry, man. You gonna choose some skank over the clean, nice, beautiful woman you got for some drama? Come on, man. Let's straighten it out. Gravitate to drama, And then some of the sisters do the same thing. Some of you ladies do the same. You want a drama king. You got to have some action that's crazy in your life. Women leave a good man for a dud and a scrub. I don't know why. You say, well, he don't excite me. I don't know what's wrong. He's just there. He does. He's good. He real good. He pay the bills, and he keep me in nice clothes, and he buy food. But he just don't excite me, because you got to have nastiness in your life. And you're fooling yourself that you're a good woman, but you're really not. And man, you're fooling yourself that you're a good man, but you're really not. You got to go to the wild side to make you feel like a man. You got to go to the wild, nasty side to make you feel like a woman. And why? Because you're making the wrong decisions. And when you make the wrong decision as a man or a woman, you have to live with the consequences of your decisions. The problem is, we get up here and we make all kind of wrong decisions, and then we don't want to live with the consequences of those decisions. We want to say, well, she did that, and blame it on everybody else except the man in the mirror. Blame it on everybody else except the woman in the mirror. Okay? It is about yourself. You got to know yourself before you get out here and try to blame somebody else. And that's all right. I didn't even know that was going around, but yeah, it's important, man. Talking about no good women out there, no good men out there. There's plenty of good women out there. There's plenty of good women out there. You don't believe me? Then you got a problem, because either you ain't looking, or you got a problem. You don't know what a good woman is. And I think that is one of the main reasons why we make these terrible decisions. We think that a good woman is other than what she really is. We think that a good woman got a Coke bottle figure, and she do everything we say and all that, and that's not it. A good woman is a woman that helps you, compliments you rather than completes you. She ain't gonna make you scream and holler in the bedroom, because she's not about that. But that's what you want. That's why you make the decision to go outside your realm, to go outside your domicile, to find these sluts, because that's what you think they're gonna do for you. And when you realize that you made the wrong decision, most of the time, guys, it's too late. But That's your choice. Like I said, right here, it is your choice. Yeah, you got to live with that woman that you choose. The good woman you had, a lot of time when you leave her, she gone. The good man you had, a lot of time when you leave him, he gone. No, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all trying to play with me today. Don't play with me. Let's go. Number 2, don't know what to do. Number 2, we're talking about choosing the wrong one. Consequences of a man decision. Number 2, what's the problem, man? I'm going to tell you the problem. It starts with yourself. It starts with yourself. Most of us, as I mentioned to you before, our lives are centered around dramas. Drama mamas, drama kings, drama kings, queen. That's all we know. So when you find some woman that's real nice, that don't have the drama, she don't have to live with drama in her life, that becomes boring to you. And so you start looking for somebody that can keep the mess. And you got to go on out the door of your house, out the door of your domicile to find that one. And when you get hooked up with it, you think it's nice. It's going to be nice for a while. But when it really comes down to it, that person can never make you feel the way you feel about yourself, because only you can determine that. Everything is self-determined by you. Therefore, your problem is not anybody out on the outside. Your problem is on the inside. It starts with you. But your life is centered around drama. And if you don't have that drama in your life, you don't feel it's worthwhile. Life is worthwhile. You don't feel exciting. Drama is fun, and peace is boring. That's in your mind. Yeah. You got to have some drama. Well, she boring. I got a good woman. She say she good, but she good. She cooking that, but she just boring. I just need more of that. I need more of that. You'll never be satisfied with drama, because the more drama you get, the more drama you want. Okay. You don't understand the difference between drama and normality. Normality in your life is craziness. And craziness in your life it's just more craziness you seek for. The reality is you and she's not being slapped. You're not slapping her. She's not slapping. You're not fighting. You no baby mama drama. All of that stuff is important. But in your life, in your mind, it's boring to you. You got to understand. Once you understand that you was raised by parents that was full of dramas and full of anguish and hatred and stuff, and that's in you now, you can always look for that, because that's what you raised. That's all you know. When a good woman comes in your life, you won't recognize it as that. It's boring to you. She's not raising no hell. She's not cussing you out. She's not tripping. So that's boring to you. Recognize goodness for goodness sake, and recognize drama for drama's sake. If you're a drama man, you need a drama woman. Drama attracts drama. Goodness attracts goodness. Stability attracts stability. Stableness attracts stableness. Consistency attracts consistency. That's what you want to look. Somebody's stable, consistent, and able to meet your needs in a complementary fashion. Again, nobody can complete you, but able to meet your needs. That's what everybody should have to desire to have in their life. No. We want to go on the wild side. We want to go on the other side of the grass when we think it might be greener. And usually it's 9 times out of 10, it's the same or not even what you got. But we always make the wrong decisions for the wrong reason. And then we wind up in a bad place. And we don't never look at ourselves as the issue. We always point the finger to the other person. Shakespeare said, "To thine own self be true." When you are true to yourself as an individual, you won't wind up going around making bad choices, finding bad women in your life, making bad decisions financially or any kind of other way. It is up to you to think right, walk right, talk right, be right. Yeah, nobody can do it for you but you. But when bad things happen, then you got to find somebody to blame. It's not me. She did this. She didn't do that. And I wouldn't. It's her. No, it's you. That's where 99% of the things that happen to her and to us in our lives start with us. How we behave, how we talk, how we walk. The choices we make determine our reality. And the choices we make determine our fantasy as well. Okay. Make the right choices, you have a good life. Make the wrong choices, you have a drama-filled life. Okay. And make the choices, your choices should be made based on truth, not on what you think or not on how you feel. But the truth of the matter is when you got a good woman, she treating you good. She's treating you good. And she's cleaning for you, she's cooking for you, she does everything she's supposed to do. That's a good woman. But no, you got to have the drama in your life until you go out and make the wrong decision. Drama attracts drama. Until you change yourself, you're never going to be satisfied with anybody else. Anybody else that's not full of drama, you might get them for a little while, but because you still always craving drama, you're gonna let her go. Good women and men, women do the same thing. Let good men go because they want players in life. You know, how many times you seen a bad man with a good woman? Huh? Over and over and over again. They beat him up, cheat him up, any other kind of up you say, that's what they do to him. And next thing you know, they gone. It's important, ladies and gentlemen, that you make the right decision in your life, because when you don't make the right decisions, you have the wrong consequences that you have to deal with on a day in, day out basis. It is very, very important. Number 3, we're getting ready to get up out of here. The human psyche. Yeah, we got to focus on us, our mentality, our mindsets. Many of us are just insecure. Yeah. You ever met a woman and you say, hey, how you doing? I'm all right. I'm fine. My name is BobbieD. What's your name? I don't know. I don't want to. What? Excuse me? I said that's your name, man. I'm not trying to be smart. Okay. Then she finally give you your name, and then you realize that that's not the one for you, because you know why? She's reserved. She's reserved, and that's not the kind of woman you want. The woman you want is, hey, what you doing? My number, call me. That's the kind you want. The kind that's flirtatious and sexy and hot. And that's not you. Normally, that's not the best choice. The best choice is stable. The best choice is able. The best choice is consistent. The best choice is willing. The best choice is forgiving. But you choose the opposite of that. And that's why you are where you are. It is because of your mentality. It is because how you think. It is because of what you see is not necessarily what you want, but you go after it anyway, and then you cause problems in your life. Then you meet these people that I'm not good at. I'm not safe. I'm insignificant. That's how you meet people, and that's how your mind is. You have, in order for you to make a good choice in your life, you got to have a good mentality. You got to have a good sense of self-awareness. You got to understand who you are, where you are, and how you are. When you have that concept of your mind of you can make better choices in your life, and then you can be able to live with the consequences of your decision. Yeah. Understand, everything we do, it is up to us. And we cannot blame others for our choices. Our choices are our own doing. Okay. And decisions we make are lasting. Can last for a lifetime. So it's important that you make the right decision. All right. That's it, man. I'm out. Live with your decisions. Make the right decision, and then live with the consequences of your decision. If you do that, your life will be better off, and you won't be running around here making the wrong decision and wishing you was out of it. I have had many, many bad decisions in my life, because when I look back on my life and look at the things I did, I realized that my mind wasn't right. When I got my mind focused, when I got my mind centered, when I got a balance in my life about my dreams, my hopes, and my desires in life, that's when I started making better decisions. And when you get to that point and stop running to this, running to that, when you become stable, focused, and laser-like focus on your goals in life, where you want to go in life, who you want to have in your life, that's when you will make the right decision, and your life will be better off for it. Tell me, man, everything is not what it seems to be. Grass is not necessarily greener on the other side. It's greener in your mind. It's greener in your emotions. But the true reality is the grass could be the same as what you got right now. So why take a chance on losing what you got to go for some possibility that it may never be what you have. Okay? Be you, do you, make the right decisions, and then you'll be able to live with the consequences of your decision, whether you're a man or a woman. It is important that we think strongly, longly, hard, and strong about what we do in our life, especially as it pertains to choosing a mate, a partner, someone that you want to live with, someone that you want to grow with, someone that you want to develop with, maybe a family with. Those are some of the key and most important decisions in our life. And if you mess up on that, you're going to have some trouble in your life. And when you get hooked up, whether it's fiance, whether it's living together, whether it's married, when you get hooked up with another individual, it's hard to get out. And to get out, you might get out, but you might not get out in one piece. You might lose a piece of your heart. You might lose a piece of your mentality, a piece of your mind. You might lose a piece of your finances. You might lose a piece of your possessions, but you're going to lose. Very few people get out of a relationship the way they came in. There's always a loss, okay? Usually, there's a loss. And not people say, well, he won on that one. He won. Usually, both people lose. You know, well, I got the car, I got the house. Yeah, but what else you didn't get? You know, there's not always an equal balance there. You know, and usually both people lose. Some people lose more than others, but usually both parties lose. So develop an understanding, a focus, a zone on the kind of person you want in your life. Make the right decisions. Don't choose these sluts. Don't choose men. Don't choose a slut. And men and lady, don't choose to play a player unless that's what you want. Because some people don't want a stable, consistent, loving, caring relationship. All they want is a slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And if that's what you want, you're not ready for no stable relationships. Or why are you trying to tell people a lie that you're ready for a stable relationship when you're really not? A stable relationship don't go around and finding women with tank tops on, because that she advertising for you and everybody else that want to look. A stable man wants a stable woman. You want a woman that dressed decently. Yeah. She going out here with all her butt cheeks hanging out. And that's the woman you're looking for? Then you're not looking for a stable relationship. You're looking for some tail. Just be honest. You want some pool tag. You want to lay in it. You want to get it. You want to hit it. And that's okay. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But don't go around here telling, well, you know, I'm looking for consistent, stable relationship, long term, you know, and because that's not long term. Sex is a thing. It's a minute by minute thing. It come and it go. That's it. And a loving, caring, sharing relationship is long term. It's not short term. It's for the long one, for the home one. Okay. Short. Choosing the wrong one and living with the consequences of the man decision. And men, if you have any desire to have a loving, caring, sharing relationship, you look for the right woman and look for the tight woman. Okay. When I say tight, I don't mean body. Tight personality, tight mentality, kindness. All of those things are very, very important in a relationship. You know, and so what happens all too more often than not is we as men, we look at the exterior rather than the interior. The interior is twice as important as the exterior beauty. If you get a woman that's both interiorly beautiful and exteriorly beautiful, you got a good thing. You got a Proverbs 31 woman. You got a woman that will she will be with you. She will be down with you. She will ride with you, and she will die with you. That's the kind of woman you want, and that's one I got one like that, man. You know, but they're out there. There's just not one like that. There are plenty out there, but you got to look. And you got to be specific. You got to be focused on what you want. And then you got to look. You got to pick till you find that one. When you find it, you will know it. It won't be no misunderstanding. You will know who that woman is. And ladies, you will know who that man is. There will be no doubt. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. You will know it in your heart, your mind, and your soul that you were meant to be together. Not just for this time, but for all time. Make the right decision. Because when you don't, ladies and gentlemen, you have to live with the consequences of your decision. And the consequences of your decision could be terrible. And you stuck like Chuck. That's all I got for you, man. I had a whole nother thing I want to talk about right here. I'm gonna let that go. I'll make this another topic for another time. Okay, this might be a topic, but it's about the history. That'll be another show. That was a subset of a topic I want to talk about, but that'll be another show, a whole nother show about your history. A lot of time we let our history be a mystery, and we should never do that. They need to know, your partner need to know as much as she can about you, and you need to know as much as you can about her. If you want a good, solid, loving, care relationship, because it's the knowledge of each other that determines whether you can make a good relationship, determines whether you can make a good fit. Okay, you can determine whether you can connect together on a spiritual level, emotional level, physical level, mental, all of those things. If you don't know the knowledge, you won't know whether you can make a good fit. And knowledge comes with what? Time. The more time you spend around that person, the more time they spend around you, you begun to do what? Know them. Okay. And the Bible talks about when a man knows a woman, in the Bible terms, knowing means sexually. So sometimes when you know them, it could lead to sex. Love is an outgrowth of sex. Sex is not love, and love is not sex. All right, let's go, man. I got a whole lot of stuff there, but yeah, let's go. That's it for now. We'll see you next time. This BobbieD saying, take care, God bless. I'm not to play with it. We're gonna ride a train, be out there today. Let's go. People, get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just get on board. All you need is love. Who? Say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. We're gonna ride a train, BobbieD, DC One Nation, Brother. Who we out here on this train today? Now I already know, so I'm just gonna run it real quick because I had to go in the comments to see stuff. So I know who out there. We got number one is Smooth Sound. What's up, Smooth? He said I cheated to be no. Smooth Sound, you always cheating, man. You ain't nothing but a cheater. Nah, I ain't cheating to be number one. He's number one. And he made it today. Congratulations, Smooth. I'm so glad you hit on the top of the mountain today. So good to see you, my brother. With Smooth Sound, we're still praying for you. Remember, you guys may or may not know, Smooth had the ex-girlfriend that he had just broken up with. And he found out that she met her demise. She passed away, unfortunately. And he's still grieving over her, and we're praying for him that he would come through this grieving process satisfactorily, and he won't get sick himself. He suffers from a lot of illnesses, so we're praying for Smooth. So glad to see you made it on top of the hill today, man. Congrats to you. Y'all give us props. Ryan Chain, BobbieD, DC One Nation, the group of love. Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love to you, my brother. He said, toot. Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Can you hit the like button, please? Hit the like button. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. All right, we got to do dance for Terry Flynn, Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC One Nation, the group of love. I need a dancer. I need a dancer. I need a. Who we got? Let's go, Michael. Jackson, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
Thank you so much, Sir Terry.
Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much. All right, Queen Lisa D is coming in today. The tuba queen, right on the scene like a sex machine. Come on in, tuba. Come on in. Okay, she playing with her phone, y'all.
What's up?
Let me move over. I don't know why. I told you I could get Lisa D her own screen. She preferred to sneak on the side, and I don't know why, but she likes sneaking on the side. I said, Lisa D, we got 3 computers. I could set you up with computers where you have your own screen.
And
She said, no.
And guess what? I have my own tablet now.
She's so excited, y'all. Lisa D just interrupted me because she's so excited. I'm gonna tell you, y'all know Pastor Charles, right? Pastor Charles Jollivet. He's a subscriber on the show. He's been with us for a long time. He's married to a Filipina. The Filipina's name is Mel, and she lives here, right? She lives here in Cebu, in Lapu-Lapu, actually. And so we have been dealing with them. I went to his wedding. I was speaker at his wedding. So they've been married, 5 years now? We've been married 7 rather. And so Lisa D, I told y'all the other day, she went to had Valentine's Day party with Pastor Charles' wife, Dom, and about 5 other ladies. And Pastor Charles was on the phone with us all along. He had a video chat with us during the party. So it was beautiful. So Pastor Charles gave everybody was at the party, all the ladies, right? He gave them a tablet, man, except for Lisa D. He didn't give Lisa.
I was new.
You have to be over here, Lisa D. You're not talking.
Because I was new member on that time.
She was a new. They have a team. It's called Team Pool. Okay. And that team they go out and they help the children. They give the children books to read, food, toys, stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
They do charitable work, Christian work. Okay. So he always helps the ladies, encourage them to be a part of the group. So she got a Pooh Bear, she got candy, she got chocolate, she got a lot of stuff. She got a
t-shirt,
but she didn't get the tablet. And you know why she didn't get the tablet? She was not an official member.
Yeah.
So now, guess
what?
I
am officially.
She's official, and she got a tablet. So she was so excited. Pastor Charles sent his wife, and they went out. Lisa D went out with his wife, and he gave her a tablet. Man, where's the tablet? You see?
I'll get it.
I can't believe she's so excited about the tablet. She didn't even bring it here. She got a tablet, man, a new one. That's nice too. Now I want me to Pastor Charles with my tablet. I'm not playing, man. Now I'm gonna give me a tablet, but I'm gonna use hers till I get mine. You know what I'm saying? She got a nice tablet, man. She got a pad on it. What is it called? A cover. It is nice, man. It is already nice. So I'm gonna get me one too. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pastor Charles and Mel.
Thank you so much to Pastor Charles and Mel. It is a blessing to have people in our lives that just help us. They love us.
They share their blessings to us.
Yeah, they share their blessings with us, and we share our blessings. We love them as well, and we can't wait to hook up with them at all times. It's a beautiful time, man. You got people to care for you, share for you. Because when you get sick of something, they want to share the tear for you. That's the kind of people you need in your life.
You know what? I was surprised because I thought he will give lotion and the chocolates again, and then I said, "Whoa, this is a lot of
the reason
stuff."
why she's saying that is because a lot of time when Pastor Charles, he sends us Christmas box every time, right? So this Christmas he sent us a box and we had lotion in it and candy and stuff. And then she said, "It's some more lotion." I know it's some more. And we got a ton of lotion now, man. But she said, "Some more lotion." I said, "I brought on." And then it was a tablet.
Good for 2 years.
Not only did he give her a tablet, guys, he gave her a bag full of other stuff. What else you give, these?
Power bank. Another t-shirt. So Pooh
t-shirt. Winnie the Pooh, not Pooh.
Oh, yeah.
She got a power bank, tablet, another t-shirt, and a whole bunch of other stuff. A ballpoint pens, a bunch of stuff, man. So I'm so thankful for Pastor Charles and his wife Dom.
Also
a puzzle, so a bunch of stuff, man. So we're grateful.
And a cover for French and
Okay, I don't like that. That's a girl stuff. But she got a refrigerator cover that we put on our fridge. It's pretty though. But I'm telling you, man, you can't lose when you have people like this in your life. Okay, and so I just thank the Lord that we met this couple, and we fell in love with this couple. And this couple has fell in love with us, and we're going to be with them through thick and thin. And when you got people like that in your life, you cannot lose. You cannot go wrong, okay? Love is always important in people's life. And so when you love somebody, what do? You show it. You grow it. You don't mow it. You show them your love, and you grow your love. Thank you so much, Pastor Charles.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sir Terry, for the donation. More blessings, much love.
Thank you so much. Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation, group of love. Terry Fleming.
Hey, that means I'm not number 2.
Yeah, no, that means you number 2. No,
Okay.
Terry Fleming.
Okay.
Terry Fleming, you hit the number 2 spot, man. I'm sorry. True Sound is number 1. You hit the
But
2
he's
spot.
cheating.
Yeah, he was cheating, but now the real truth is coming out. Terry Fleming, you're number 2. Let's go.
Number 2, just want to.
Smooth Sound, yeah, Mr. Fleming. Let's go, Ryan Train. We got Terry Fleming. He said, Queen Angel, you can't be number 2. You can't number 2 me now. She just did.
Number 2.
Ryan Train, we got Terry Fleming. He said, Republicans are going to fight against that tooth and nail. Yeah, he's talking about the Medicaid bill that was reintroduced. Markell talked about the Medicare act that was reintroduced to give Medicare elderly people an additional $200 to their checks. And you're right there. Republicans are going to fight against that. They always want to slash the budget rather than increase the budget. But the act that Bernie Sanders and the other senators are trying to pass, according to Markell, the money for funding of that bill or that law will come from the people that are making over $150,000 per month and or more, because as he mentioned, and I did not notice, people that make over 150,000, I think it was he said about, maybe don't have to pay Social Security. I didn't know that. Yeah, I just didn't know that. You know, I thought everybody had to pay it, but people that are making over 150,000, whatever that limit was, don't have to pay it. So when they're taxed to pay it, they'll be like, I'm losing money. You don't make me lose my money. You know, they're not going to like it. But you know, that's life, man. You know, we live in a democratic society, and when people are sick and they can't afford, or people need money and they can't, you know, like people like me, I put in my time. I put in over 40 years of working for the man every night and day. Big wheel keep on turning, primary keep on burning. Yeah, I did my time. And I don't want nobody to mess with my Monte. You know what I mean? I earned my money from Social Security. And you gonna cut my check? Nah. Gonna be some problemos out of me. And I'll get everybody else on. We'll rise up. You talk about January 6th? It'll be a January 6th to say, well, every 66-year-old, they'll be out there with their cane. Where's Bush at? Where he at? Where he at? Where Biden at? Where I'm gonna cane him? No, I'm just playing, y'all. Don't take me serious, y'all. That's just a joke now. But they're going to, but he said he gonna cane him. No, I'm not. I'm just playing, being facetious. Let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. We got
Terry Fleming. If the Republicans put the money back into Social Security, what they took from it is SSI would be solvent by now.
I don't know. SSI, Social Security, all of those are connected plans, programs, and they have to be funded. Okay. I know that for a fact. I think Markell mentioned about 12 years it's going to be no money to carry itself. The Congress will always find a way, make a way, take away, break away to refund that. These plans are so important to the life and the fabric of America. If they were to take that away, millions of people would revolt. Okay. Social Security is just a way of life. Just like, I'll give you a perfect example. They tried to take away Obamacare. Remember that? A few years ago when Orange Man came in office? They could never do it. You know why? Because that's a part of people's life now. President Obama made a law that is a part of every human being in the United States' life. Obamacare is just the way it is when it comes to medical. So if you take away Social Security and you try to cut it out, no, it's not good. That's a way of life. It's been in existence since, I think, who put that law in effect? Roosevelt? I don't know. Whatever president started it, it's been in existence since then, and it's not going anywhere. And if you try to take something away that we have lived with for eons and eons, it will be a problemo. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Gunny, what's up?
What up, Gunny? Murray Hayes in the house. Hayes in the house. Hey, what's up, Gunny, man?
Hey, what's up there, Hayes?
Okay, she going crazy. Y'all got to forgive her, for she know not what she say.
Hey, Hayes.
What's up?
Hayes.
Jerry, let me. He said, hello, Murphy. What's up, man? You good? You good? Ryan Train, BobbieD, DC, One Nation. Murphy, he said, congratulations, Smooth Son. You did that thing, man. You did it right, tight, long, strong. Number 1 in the house. This is the link, y'all. You want to click on that link? Talked about the bill they're trying to reenact. If you need to warrant, write your congressman, email your congressman, call your congressman or your senator. Let them know you want them to vote for that medical Social Security Act, okay? That they can reintroduce. That wasn't introduced, and they voted down. They're reintroducing it right now. So let's try to vote for that, man. I mean, help your mama and daddy out, y'all. Y'all people, they on Social Security. Help them out. Let's go around there. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. Hi, Sir Terry.
What's up, my brother? So good to see you. Round train, who we got?
Smooth. Hey, Mr. Hayes.
What's up, Mr. Hay? You doing all right, Mr. Hay? Mr. Hay, you good? That's the liquor gear, y'all. Round train, who we got?
Murphy Hayes. Hey, Sir Smooth.
Round train, BobbieD, One Nation, Terry Fleming.
I have a drug history. From me, weed is not an option.
Okay, I got you, man. We talked earlier, for those of you coming in late, we talked earlier about Medical Marijuana Act that's being passed for veterans, that may be passed, or they're deliberating or talking about it. Some people are for it, others are not. Marijuana is a drug that sometimes has a tendency to alter the mind, but it also can be used in a medicinal way that would help people with mental problems. They could calm them down. It has been proven. Sometimes it's cannabis oil that's pulled out of marijuana is used to help people with a lot of other ailments. And many states have allowed it to be illegal for people to use it for medical purposes. Okay. There are also people are talking about in Canada, rather, they have legalized marijuana. It's been legalized. Marijuana has been legalized in Canada for years. Canada, yeah.
And USA.
No, marijuana has been legal in Canada for over 10 years, man. Go Google it. And so it's not been legal here. It's only becoming legal in certain states here. So the medical part of it, I got no problem. I'm getting ready to sneeze. Excuse me, yo. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. But the medical, she think I'm gonna blow again. I'm getting ready to blow. Nah, I'm all right. The medical marijuana, in my opinion, medical marijuana, I think it's appropriate. I'm sorry. And you know, as we were talking with Markell, I told him I only did marijuana one time at a party. Okay, one time. I did that thing. Yeah, I did it, man. And it was, I regret that. But you know, when you're young and dumb, you do young and dumb stuff. And I learned from that mistake. I've never done it ever again. You know, anytime you go to a party, usually you have people doing marijuana and stuff like that, and you breathe it in indirectly and you feel the results of it. But it never did anything to me. When I did it, I would just fall in the crowd, and it never did anything to me. So I was like, I don't need to pay money for that. No, I let it go. I never look at it again. Let's go, Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation, the group of love. Manny, what's up, Manny? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. He said, "What's up, BobbieD? Got to be safe."
You know what? Money got a lot of money.
Yeah, I heard she said, Money got a lot of money. She talking about money. No, just come on, these. But no, Manny, you do. He says right. You have to be safe everywhere you go. Manny has just on. Manny's been all over the world, y'all. Manny's had a huge trip. Y'all go to Manny's show.
He's a traveler.
He's got a show called Manny Explores on YouTube. He goes everywhere now. I used to tell y'all he goes only in New York, and but he went to I don't know how many countries. He went to Asia. He had an Asia tour. He went to China. No, he didn't go to China. Did he go to China? He went to the Philippines. He went to, I think he went to Thailand.
Vietnam.
How many countries did you go to, Manny? Tell us how many countries. And he just explored the countries. That was good. I saw some of the videos. I didn't comment on them, but Manny, you're doing great, man. I enjoy. Manny started as a subscriber on the show when I first started out. And he said, I feel inspired. He started his own show, and he's been doing excellent, man. I love to see stories like this. Manny, congrats to you, man. He went to Boracay, y'all. He went to Boracay. Well, he did a lot of stuff. Manny, you're doing it right, Ty Long. Keep on keeping on, my brother from another mother. Let's go, Ryan J. BobbieD, One Nation, rule love.
Smooth. Most countries hate America.
Many countries hate America. And most of the countries that hate America, it's like Iraq, stuff like that. The countries like that hate us because I don't know. You know, let's look at this. Why do people hate America? Okay, can we just look at it for a minute? Why do other countries hate America and Americans? Because we have a history of interjecting ourselves in the, I guess, the politics of other nations. Okay, that is, we were a colonial power for many, many years, and we ruled the world. We just went over and took over countries. We're not like that now, but some people think we still are. But that's one of the reasons a lot of people don't like Americans. Yeah. And then there are, at the flip side of that, many countries do love America. So we have to keep it balanced. But we have a bad history. Back in the day, we would always go places and take over countries, and we were better than countries. Like, to be honest with you, the United States of America owned the Philippines for 40 years. We got them after the Spanish-American War. Okay, we owned the Philippines for 40 years. Okay, we did some good things for this country, but we did some very, very bad things from this country to this country as well. So we no longer have a colonial nature about us, but many people are holding that history that we've had in the past to us right now, and it's wrong. Let's go around chain BobbieD, One Nation, group of love. America, hey.
I make sure I know where to go and not to.
You have to, man. You have to. It is incumbent upon anyone that travels anywhere out of their zone, out of their country, to ensure that they're in the right place at the right time. Lisa D and I went to Japan a few years ago.
That's a right place there.
Yeah, we went to Japan, and we had a hard time finding our hotel, man. I don't know what it was.
That was a nightmare.
That was
so tiring. A lot of walkings,
Yeah. We walked all over Japan trying to find, and we kept asking people, do you know what so-so hotel is here? I don't know. And then somebody would tell us, and we walked 15 miles and never find it because they didn't know what they were talking about. And man, so we walked in all over the areas, but that was a mistake. Good thing about it, we went in the downtown area, in the business area. We weren't in the suburbs. So that would have been terrible had we wanted some bad area. We could have got hurt. But you have to know where you're going at all times. If you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice. You could get hurt, and that's not good. Okay, always know where you're going.
But the people there are nice.
Yeah, and in Japan, I got to give it to Japan now. They were very nice to us. That's one of the best countries. I think it may be the best countries I've ever gone to.
Yeah,
what do you think?
It is. It was the best.
What do you like about it? What do you like?
Peaceful, friendly, and then looks like no haters. I don't know.
You know, the thing about Japan, everybody was nice to us. Not just to Lisa D. They were nice to me too. And normally when I go to these Asian countries, with me and her go together, they nice to her, but to me, they like, get back, you black, get back. You just black, you got to get back. But didn't do that to me this time. I was shocked. And so that's some place I would like to go get. Right, Jay, who we got?
King Arthur, what's up? What's up, Monkey Ranch? He said, I made it. I am with the caboose. Congrats, smooth number one.
Congrats to you, Monkey Ranch. You did it right, Ty Long Strong. You weren't playing, man. You weren't playing today. King Arthur made it.
You know what? If frenemy is here, King Arthur is not in here. If King Arthur is here, my frenemy is not here.
I think they got a plan. Don't you think so, Lisa? They planning right there?
I think so.
Okay, y'all
talk together.
Y'all gotta let that go. Okay, let it go. Ryan J, who we got?
Smooth. Thanks, Mr. King.
You made it, man. Let's go, Ryan J. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. The Airbnb I had in Manila wasn't up to par. I had to keep calling the owners, and it was close to the theme park, and we had to walk 1/4 mile to get to the main road to get a kabul.
What? Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, there's no Grab that can pick you up in there.
I don't know. But anyway, they had to walk to get a cab. That's terrible, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the Airbnb, yeah, I'm telling you, man, Airbnb, when it first came out, they were like, top of the line. But now, you really have to examine your choice and do your history and your homework on the choice you choose before you actually put your money down. Because once you put it down, my brother, it's hard to get it back. You got to get and then don't do no debit card purchase. Anytime you're going overseas, ladies and gentlemen, do credit card, okay? Because the credit card, they'll hold that money. If you have a dispute about something, they will hold that money from the vendor until that dispute between you and the vendor is worked out. on a debit card, that money gone. You're not gonna get that back. So be careful when you choose Airbnb. Sometimes they're very good.
Check the rates,
Check.
Ratings,
And the rates too.
reviews.
Check the reviews, check the rates and the ratings. All of those things matter when you choose Airbnb. Also, one important thing, if you have somebody living in that area that you're about to go to, have them go and check that place for you. Say, look, I'm getting ready to think about just renting this Airbnb. It's located in so. Can you go check it out for me? Let me know. Hey, what's wrong with that, man? Let's go around chain. BobbieD, you see what
Let
they
us
see?
know. I will rent this out in the house. Our
No,
house
we're
is
not.
already out.
No, we're not. When we get ready to move from this place, we probably put this on Airbnb, but we ain't gonna be no bad. We're not gonna be no bad landlord. We'll be a good owner. I remember, he said, "Hey, so King, what's up? What's up?"
What's up? What's up?
Money. He said, "Me, Markell
Money.
speaking fat." Yeah, Markell. No, Markell's been living overseas a long time, just like me, and just like you, man. You've been in and out. You know the truth, man. He goes all over the world. I used to go all over the USA, but now he's all over the world. He's been in a bunch of different
I
countries now.
thought you were gonna say also you used to get out of country all over the world.
I still travel all over the world. I hadn't traveled. We hadn't traveled. The pandemic put a lock on me. He said we haven't been nowhere out of the country since 2018,
19.
2019.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic. You know, we had to shut it down.
Uh-huh. And then I am ready to go now. Travel.
We get back on the road again, but we're not going to go any place until Lisa D out of this country until Lisa D gets her visa. We're going to the USA.
But she did the processing.
USA, baby. That's it. Let's go. Who we got?
Terry Fleming. Hey, King Arthur. What's
King
up?
Arthur in the house. Terry Fleming in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? Move
Smooth.
sounds.
The state of Mississippi just voted to reinstate hanging as a form of the death penalty. Guess who gonna be the first to die by this?
What? Also, so the state of Mississippi has voted hanging. Wow.
Wow.
That's like
Okay, Sir Smooth, you need to behave. Just kidding.
woo.
Sir Smooth,
right,
you
you
need to behave. Do not throw a golf ball.
Baseball.
A baseball.
Move sound. Leave the baseballs alone. Step away. Step away from the baseball. Step away from the. No. But yeah, I mean that's barbaric. I think that's one of the most crudest way to get rid of someone. Is that way? You know, I really do. I don't think that's that. It would be crazy if the USA did that. But you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it. Let's move on. Right, Jay, who we got?
Marvin Hayes, probably the ABM. It's ABM. America.
I don't know. Roger, anti-ballistic missile. Roger, who we got?
Smooth. The governor of Florida just introduced a bill of dismantle to the Democratic Party. This bill will force them to change the Republican. But this is America. It will never pass the courts.
The governor of Florida just introduced a bill to dismantle the Democratic Party. Who is DeSantis? Are you talking about DeSantis? That he's a trip. This bill will force them to change the Republican. That's crazy, man. Who want to go to the Republican Party and that party got so many kooks on it? You see how they doing? They got Marjorie Taylor is the face of the Republican Party. Who want to be associated with that? Not me. Let's go around chain BobbieD, see one nation, a group of love.
Terry Fleming, I am a little picky. I tend to see the flaws in a woman because I see her good things about them.
You know what? It is important to see the truth. It is important. You have to know what you're getting.
It is important to show your side also.
Yeah, it's important to be truthful to them. And
yeah, be truthful.
it's important for both parties to be truthful.
Mhm.
Whenever you hold back information, you're not being truthful, and lack of truth stymies the growth of any relationship. Relationships are built upon truth. That's the foundation. Truth, trust, respect, dignity, and decency. All of those things are the basic foundations of a good, loving, sharing, caring. If you don't have that, you're building your relationship on a lie, and it will never last. Okay, so it is important that you see the truth and you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, you can't see the good, the bad, and the ugly without spending time on that woman, because nobody, you can talk to her for 5 hours, you're still not going to see everything you need to know to make a decision about her being a part of your life. It takes a long time to get all the information you need to know to make a good choice. Our topic today was choosing the wrong one, consequences of a man's decision. You choose the wrong woman in your life, it's going to catch hell later on. It may not start right now, but later on down the line, it's because you chose the wrong one.
Yeah, and it is hard to move on.
Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard to move on. You know why? Number one, you have an emotional connection.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. When you got a heart, your heart is wrapped up in that person, but you know she ain't for you, but you still love her, and you know she cheating on you, you know she doing it, you know, but you still, you love her. But when you love someone, it's hard to release that connection. And it takes a strong-minded, strong-willed person to cut that cord. It really does. And it hurts. When you cut the cord with somebody you love, it hurts, man. It hurts. And you have to deal with the pain. No pain, no gain. Okay? So why not make the right decisions from the very beginning and not choose a sploozy? Yeah, and she called her name Susie. Don't do it, man. Choose the right one. Okay? I keep telling you, just because she got a 36, 24, 36, don't mean nothing. She got a big butt. That's all that means. She got big.
You got big belly.
She got big boob. That's all that means, man. Yeah, I know that means that look good to me. She look good to me. She look good to me. But is she going to be good for you? Is she going to be good to you? Is she going to compliment you in your relationship? Huh?
But for me, it doesn't matter about the figure. The important is the attitude and how to deal with you.
You heard that? She said to her, it doesn't matter about how they the shape, figure. They could be tall, they could be short, they could look like a zombie. Don't matter to her. If the zombie treat her right, she all right with that. She all right with
And then
that.
at night,
She be like, I'm running from this little zombie. But it's like this. You can have a zombie in your life. It's okay. As long as you know that you have a zombie, you know how to deal with that zombie. Who cares? You know? You accept it. As long as you accept that zombie for being a zombie, it's all right. Because a zombie has a zombie nature. What do you mean a zombie? A zombie nature. What is the nature of a zombie? They do like this. Do you want somebody? Do you want somebody when you get ready to go to bed? They get up, they can't sleep. You want that? No, you don't want a zombie in your life. You want somebody that's compatible and that can compliment you. If you like watching movies, of course, she would be, if she does, that would be nice, right? But
just like us before, that I don't like going outside all the time. And then I have to go with you, even I don't like, but I have to go with you.
Yeah. She gave a perfect example, ladies and gentlemen. When I married Lisa D, she was a homebody, strict homebody. She did not go outside at all.
No.
She liked to stay in the house. And when we got married, we lived together. I said, look, I got to go outside. I can't sit up in this house all day. I said, nah, I got to get out of here. She got mad with me.
Yeah, and then before I didn't get used to a lot of people around me.
Let me give you some background on this. Lisa D is from the province, okay? And in the province, the girls in the province, the children, the little girls, when they grow up, they're kept in the house because of one factor, main factor is the heat. They don't want the girls to get out in the heat unless they got to pull grass or do something on the farm. Other than that, they stay in the house, the girls. And so because of that, that's what's her mentality. Stay in the house, stay in the house, stay in the house. She don't like going out. She don't like being around people. She didn't like that at all. I said, look, something got to give you. I'm not going to sit up in the house all day. And then she would get mad with me when I want to go. I said, let's go. And I would push her. Let's go. When Lisa D get mad, oh Lord. You ain't gonna get too much out of her but some trouble. Okay? But I had to deal with that. She gave me the cold shoulder, all kinds of stuff. Let we getting up out of here. And we would go. Now the tables have turned. Lisa D want to go, and I want to say a no go. She always want to go. I said, no, I'm tired. Things have changed.
I think that's how senior do.
That's it.
It
Okay.
changed.
Can you please get out this? Come on, I'm get you off the shelf. Watch your mouth, girl. Nah, but no, as we age or whatever, things happen. But I'm not a senior. I'm be right before you get to the senior age. I'm a little senior, okay? I'm a little, but yeah, that's what happened, man. She changed. That's just one example. She changed, and there's a lot of other things in her life like that as well. I'm not going to give you a lot of examples, but that's a perfect example. She was a homebody. She didn't like to go out at all, and I was like, staying at home. I'm like, man, I'm tired of this, and I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. Now she wants to go more than me, and not because I'm a senior, because I still want to go. But she just got in the habit of going, and I always have to listen. You're going too much now. You got to slow down. It's not because I don't want to go. I just like going, but she's just avid of doing stuff, and it's okay.
And
let's go, Roger.
Because before we don't have TV, you don't have no internet, no cable, and then
she's talking
here, you're so much busy.
She's talking about the first place we had. We didn't have TV. We rented an condo over at One Oasis, and they just like we talked about Airbnb. This was another Airbnb. I forgot about that. She had AC, right? She had everything they're supposed to have, but she lied to us. She said they had cable. Mm. We get there. She had a cable installed, but it was shut off.
You had to apply.
She didn't tell us we had to apply for cable, but the cable was in there, but it wasn't on. She lied about that. And then she said they had a parking spot because I was going to buy a car. I said, I need to have a place for the parking lot, parking space. Because here, ladies and gentlemen, parking spaces are premium. Any building you go in. So I said, are you sure you got a parking space? He said, yeah, I got one. She lied about that. Mm-hmm. When we moved in, I said, if I buy a car, I took about a month. Then I bought a car. So we're going to park my car. So where's the parking space? You had to go to the common area. I said, common area? I said, I thought you had a space. She had no common area, no space. I had to wind up parking my car on the street. And then I had to pay a man 200 pesos, 200 pesos a night for them to protect my car because that was not a good area. Anyway, long story short, man, things changed. He said, I'm a little picky. Okay, I got you. Roger, who we got?
Smooth. Oh, Mr. Bobby, I thought about the Airbnb, but even guy on another channel said, get a hotel because it has security.
Right. I always tell anybody to come out here, you want a place with security. If you get an Airbnb, that doesn't mean it doesn't have security because there's many Airbnb that's in condos or and they do have security as well. So I always tell everybody when you come out here, even if you get Airbnb, get security because you're a foreigner and you're a target. Let's go around and BobbieD. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. For a while, I was choosing the wrong women because I was flawed, and being flawed, I couldn't see the flaws in them.
Very good. I heard that. Very good analysis. He was flawed. When he says he was flawed, he had some issues that he had to deal with. Okay. And so because of his issues, it was blinding him, preventing him from seeing the right person and seeing the good in the person he needed. So he couldn't see the flaws in the person. And so he overlooked stuff because he was flawed. But now he got his head straight. He got his eyes right. And he knows what he's looking for. He knows what to look for. And he's found what he's looking for. That's a good person that can show you what we're talking about. Let's go. Who we got?
Smooth. Yeah, I am finally able to talk about her without crying.
That's awesome, Smooth. I'm glad to hear that you're getting over it. Understand it won't happen overnight. It will take time. Okay. Sometimes you'll be able to talk about it, and then it'll be the next minute you bust out and cry like a baby. That's how it works. I've had a lot of losses in my life from my mom, my dad, 2 grandmothers, 1 brother, 1 sister, 2 brothers. And I'm telling you, man, it's hard. It never gets any easier, and it takes time. Prayer and time. That's how I got through it. I think about my grandmother and mother, all my people every day. There's not a day I go by that I don't think about them. That's how hard I miss them, But you have to ask God to give you the strength to move forward in your life, and that's what I do. I learned. My mother taught me so much, man. My grandmama and my mama, they taught me so much stuff, man. And I'm living by the teachings of them every day, and the teachings of Jesus. Let's go around, Jane. Who we got? Thank you so much, John, for the donation to the nation, man. He said, thanks for the show, BobbieD, Lisa. I guess channel membership ended. What is your favorite Filipino chicken dish? Yeah, I ended to tell you
Jollibee.
something. I ended the channel membership because.
KFC.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
You finished?
No, go ahead. I was
I'm
just kidding you.
I ended the channel membership, guys, because I'm not doing a whole lot of online shows, live shows like I did before. I think most of y'all were, doing that on the predication that I would do live shows. So I don't want to be dishonest. I want to be real. And I may start it back up again later, but right now, if you want to give the best way you can. If you want to give the YouTube, give this PayPal, any way you can. If you want to give the PayPal, do the BDIX004@gmail.com. But that's how I decided to do it. So I don't want anybody mad at me, but I'm paying him money. He ain't doing no live stream. I don't want to get it and all that. So that's why I ended. All right. So he said, my favorite dish. My favorite dish, Filipino chicken dish, adobo, chicken adobo. I love it, man. It's got some
Not
gravy.
fried.
I like fried. No, I don't like. Hey, man, let me tell you something. Do not get Filipino fried chicken out here. If you're from America, you will throw it in the trash. I'm sorry, man. You would throw it. You know what they do? Filipinos that fry food out here, fried chicken, they don't put no breading on it, no flour on it. They just take the chicken and put it in the pan.
Yeah.
And they fry it. And when you get it, it has no taste. And it's full of oil and grease. I said, no, I don't want that. So I'm used to breaded chicken or what do you call it? Chicken with flour and stuff on it and seasoning, that like KFCs and all like that. So my favorite dish out here is chicken adobo and limpia, chicken limpia. Those are my two favorite
It is
dishes.
good if you put pork and beans on the adobo.
They don't eat pork and beans out there. The only I do that. I'm from the South. I'm a pork and beans kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I would have raved with that. John don't know nothing about that. He from the North. He from the North side, and I'm from the South side. All right, let's do a dance for John.
East side.
Round chain body, let's see one day. Go up. Who we got?
Let's do a dance for B-Chan.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. So what you trying to do? The hardest working man in the business. The hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Big John, for the
Thank you
donation
so
to the
much,
nation.
B-Chan.
More blessings.
Much
Much
love. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother, my mother. And the reason why we got rid of the pledging, the membership program, because I didn't have a lot of people doing it. If you have a lot of people doing it, it would be great. Okay. But
Yeah, it's too much work on you also doing a live every day, something like that. I don't like that. You didn't have time to relax.
you heard what she said, right? She didn't like it. Okay. That's one of the things I had to deal with, but we're a team, and this is my partner. This is my wife. And so I had pressure from her. Hey, you gotta do this, you gotta, and it's a whole lot of stuff. Let's go, Ron J. Who we got?
Gani, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love.
Thank you so much, Gani.
Murphy Hayes in the house with a donation. We got to do it now from Murphy Hayes, Ron Train, BobbieD, DC, one of these group one love. Who we got, Lisa D?
Where?
Let's go right here, Lisa D. you so much, Murphy. Hey, for the donation
Thank
to
you
the
so much,
nation.
Johnny.
More blessings.
Much love.
Thank you so much, my
Thank you
brother,
so
mother.
much.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, it's a blessing to have people to give. The money you give to us, man, it really helps us, and it helps this show continue to grow, and keep coming back to you strong and long. Now, there may be times where I do live streams more than twice a week, but I want to make sure
on the phone.
if we go out, we may do a live stream. We were out a couple of days a week, but we didn't have good areas for signal, so I didn't do it. Let's go, Ryan Chan. Who we got?
Smooth. He said, I told my nephew about it. He told his mother, which is my older sister. Her remark was, if his GF dead, oh, now he can finally put his focus where it should be, his son.
Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how to take that. I really don't. I don't know how to take that. Nobody should be glad that anybody's deceased. That's for sure. But you should have been able to. I said that's what's important, that we have a balanced life. Okay, you should always have time for your son and your time for your lady too. You know. So now you may have more time. I don't know. So I don't know how to take that. That's something that you would know how to take that better than I. So thank you for sharing that. Let's go, Ryan J. Who we got?
Smooth sounds, mind.
He said, mind you, my son is 32 years old. Okay, if your son is 32 years old, then he's a man, he's a grown man, and he's on his own. You don't have to be interacting in his life as much as you would if he was a minor, he was below 18. So I understand your point of view there. Your son is 32 years old. He got his own life and he's a grown man. Let's go, Ryan Chan. Who we got?
Murphy, hey, some Airbnb have security. Both of mine have.
Yeah, many of them.
The
have.
most, yeah.
Many Airbnbs have security. It's just you got to find the right one that does. I tell everybody's coming to Philippines, Colombia, wherever you're going, do not go in any place. Do not rent any place that has no security. If you have a hotel, most hotels have what? Security. Okay. Yeah, but make sure you have a good hotel, not a cheap hotel. It's gonna be nasty. When I started traveling, the only place I would stay in these foreign countries was Marriott. You know why? Because I knew that it was quality. And every Marriott I went had the same quality and the same standards. It cost a lot of money, but to me it was worth it. Then I realized that I could find a little bit cheaper. These you paying too much, you pay. So I started a little bit cheaper. But any place I found, I always made sure they had what? Security. Let's go, Ryan Jane. Who we got?
Smooth sounds, so I say goodbye to my relatives forever.
I don't know how to say that. I don't know what to say to that. I always say try to embrace people, especially your relatives, no matter what they say or how they behave to you. Try to stay in touch at some degree. You may not be the best of relatives or the best of friend or the best of acquaintance. You may not be around them all the time, but touch bases every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can never agree, it's okay, man. You can agree to disagree. Say, hi, what's wrong with it? Hey, mom, how you doing? Hey, brother, how you doing? Good to see you. Bye-bye. What's wrong with that? Let's go, right chain. Who we got? Who, son? He said, that's good. It has security material. Yeah, it has security. A lot of Airbnb have security. Let's go, right chain. Who we got?
Terry Fleming, AJ, a man before his time. Will never get old.
Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan? Which one? Michael Jackson, what he did will never get old because he was a man of action. His dance moves, in his songs, everything he did. That's why his spirit is still alive right now through the media that he created while he was alive. He has a legacy that will never die out. Just like Elvis Presley. His people are still talking about Elvis Presley, and he died in like the 70s, you know? So what you do in this world will last if you do something quality, okay? And you do something that people recognize as great. His greatness will always last in his music and his movements. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Terry Fleming. Hello, Sir Jan.
John Thomas in the house. What's up? What's up, Terry? Ryan Train. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes. Hello, Mom. Hello, Sir Hayes.
Hello, Mom Lisa. You good? Ryan Train. Who we got? John Thomas said, good evening, Terry. What's up, brother? You good? Ryan Train got John Thomas. He said, marijuana is legal for recreational use in New York, but I was never interested. Yeah, I told you, man, I took it one time at a party because somebody dared me to smoke one. I was never, my mama, my grandmother taught me against drinking, and she taught me against getting drugs, stuff like that. I would give the credit for that. I tried drinking, and I didn't try drugs, but I did at a party one time, and I felt guilty about doing that. Yeah, but I didn't feel guilty about drinking beer. When you turn 18, that's when I got my first can of beer. I spit it out. Cause it didn't taste like that. I turned 18. I said, I'm going to buy me a can of beer, Mom. She said, what? I said, I'm going to buy me a can of beer. I'm 18. and I bought a can of, what I buy? I bought a can of Coke 45. I said, let me tell you this thing. I said, things like that, but in time you get used to it. But I drank beer for a little while and I got off of that too. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, they gave people who had bad glaucoma marijuana to reduce the pressure in the eyes.
Yeah.
Now everyone it for their ailments.
Yeah, there's a lot of things marijuana is capable medicinally of helping people with. And I say, in my humble opinion, medical marijuana should be legalized. Now, if you look at Canada, they have legalized marijuana for years. And the USA can learn from Canada when it comes to legalizing it if they want to. But this causes no problem there. Let's go right there. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, America were also known to be imperialists. That also why some hate America. We force their laws on other countries. Right.
Imperialists, colonizers, doing the same thing. What it is they do, they go into a country, take it over, and it's mine now. Okay. And so, like Puerto Rico is not a U.S., it's a U.S. territory. Okay. But many people in Puerto Rico wanted to become a state. But many people in Puerto Rico say, nah, we want to be independent of the colonizers. We want to be independent of the imperialists. We will be their territory. We will not become a state. And a lot of people in Puerto Rico want to become an independent country away from America, but they'll never last long like that because we're giving them too much money. They won't last long at all as an independent country. They better stay where they are. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Terry Fleming, he said Republicans took $2 trillion from Social Security in a push.
They never paid it back. I don't know what's going on, man.
It's a lot.
But I know one thing: if they touch Social Security, everybody and their mama gonna be up on the hill, Capitol Hill, complaining and marching. Okay, it's gonna be a revolt. Okay, I'm complaining with you. Watch what happens if they touch it. Now they might adjust. They might change the age of qualification. They might do that. Everybody might be okay with that. But touch the money part of it to see what's gonna happen. Let's go, Ryan. Who we got?
Yeah, thank you so much,
for the donation to the nation. More
Another
blessings, much love.
donation.
Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3.
Chichipaya.
1, 2, 3. Chichipaya. Hit the like button, please. Let's go. Gotta do it there for Terry Flynn, Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation, Approval, Love. Who we got?
I don't know.
I got it. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I messed up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the
Thank you so
donation to
much,
the
Terry.
nation. More blessings,
More
much love.
love.
Thank you so much, my brother, my love.
More blessings.
Let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, because America preaches things like human rights and doesn't hold to the very thing they preach themselves. Yeah, true. America said all men were created equal, but they don't treat all men as equal, do they? Mm-hmm. If you got some melanin in your skin like me, and the other person don't have that melanin, and something, and both of us did the same crime, and I'm gonna get convicted, number one, and then if he get convicted, I'm gonna get more time to him because of the melanin in my skin. Okay, that's just the way this country is. And for those of you that say I'm wrong, you're wrong, BobbieD. No, we don't do it. You stop the lie. mister. BobbieD, there's no racism in America. Stop the lie, mister. Let me let you change and put in my skin, put this skin color on you for 24 hours and walk the streets. And then you come back and tell me it's any racism in America. Okay? There was a book I read, I think it was called Black Like Me. This man, he was a white man, right? And he put black face all over him, and he disguised himself as a black man throughout the South. And he went throughout the South and he documented his experience. He said he would not want to be a black man in America. It was terrible how they treated black people. And he didn't have to do all that. He could just ask a black person and would save himself a whole lot of trouble. Round train by BobbieD, One Nation, the Group, One Love. Who we got? He said, it's not so much the scammers, it's the fools they take. Yeah, man. They take scammers, they take fools, all because they don't make the right decision. They look for the wrong things in people. They look at the wrong things in people. I told you they want to look at the size of their breast, size of their waist, size of their hips, size of their butt, and size of their boobs. That's the wrong thing to look at. I mean, when it's time to look at that stuff and you in the bedroom or some headroom, yeah. But if you just met somebody, you don't, hey, how you doing? You want to talk to them. You want to look at their heart. You want to look at their mentality. You want to look at their spirituality. You want to look at their personality. That will determine, is possibly this person compatible to me? Could she be a right fit for me? And that takes time. Let's go around, train BobbieD. Who we got?
Terry Fleming. Yeah, I feel like I'm the coach of a lifetime, and I just want to settle for anyone that doesn't fit into my narrow expectations.
Very good. You hear that? His mentality is he's a catch of a lifetime, and it's nothing wrong with that. Well, yeah, he just full of himself. So let him be full of himself. He know what he wants, and he ain't hating on nobody. He said that's what he believe in, and that's what he gonna stand on. That's why he not selling for anybody, and I don't blame him. He's a man. He's a seasoned, mature man. He knows what he wants. He's focused. And I told you, there's a lot of good women out there, but you got to look. It's not a good woman on every corner. I can tell you that right now. But there's a floozy on every corner. There's a skank on every corner. Well, as he been coming into touch with a lot of them, he want the bright one, baby. And he ain't selling for nothing there. Let's go around, train. Who we got?
When she said, let go.
Who, Sam? He said, her sister sent me the video of her funeral. Okay. There I see all the people who say she treated her like crap. They treated her like crap. There I see all the people who she said treated, okay, the bad people that treated her bad was there, okay. And often told her to leave. Okay, now they cry. Hey, that's how family is. You got good family members, you got bad family members. That's just life, Lisa's family, she got some good members, people that love her. Then they got some on the other side, people that not so good. Mine too. So we got to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's life. Let's go. Who we got? Round train, BobbieD, somebody that's going to run up. John Thomas. He said, my favorite chicken is inner saw, especially made by a Hmong inner saw with a chicken nook oil. Okay. Lisa likes that.
Barbecue.
You like that?
Barbecue.
Yeah. The chicken on the stick. That's what you're talking about, y'all. That's called the inner saw. Y'all see the little stick, the little wooden stick they stick in the chicken and they put over the fire and grill it?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is good. It's not thick, not a big pieces, little small chips. But it's good. We had some.
They have unlimited rice over there.
They call it when you say unlimited rice here, they don't say unlimited rice. They say unli. They got unli. Unli means unlimited rice. That's how they say unli. They got unli. That means everything. In the Philippines, they try to abbreviate everything, or they have a nickname for everything. Let's go around train BobbieD, One Nation, Group, One Love. Murphy, he said we did dry fish. Ooh. You should have told me that, man. You did dry fish, Murphy. What's up with you, man? Why you did that?
Did you eat dried fish, Sir Hayes?
I can't believe that. He said we did dry fish in the Airbnb and had to open all. I know you did, but it was good. You like, oh Lord. What?
I can't
No, man, Murphy, no. You playing with me, right?
You have to try.
No, I'm not playing that game. No. Oh, no, I'm not. Man, you should have kept that to yourself. Now she want me to eat dry fish. What's wrong with you?
I want you to try.
Okay, I might try a little piece. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Murphy. Don't do it no more. It ain't good for your pressure, man.
Video
Right,
is coming.
let me tell y'all about dry.
Video is coming.
Let me tell y'all about dry fish, okay? Dry fish is the fish that they dried up. Little small fish. They put a lot of salt on it, and that's what keeps the taste. And people out here, guys, people in the Philippines love salt. They have a love affair with salt. If you don't have a ton of salt on something, they won't eat it. They say, ain't got no taste to me because it ain't salty. I don't like a lot of salt, so I stay away from it.
There's other fish, my dear, that they don't put a lot of salt.
I don't like salt on my food anyway. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
But you have to try, okay?
Food sound. He said, so I guess.
Come on.
Can I please read this?
Just say yes.
No. He said, so I guess God said you fools don't want her to. Well, I do. Now she's on better. Hey, man, you keep on moving on, street. It's time to let that go. You're going to mourn. You're going to grieve. That's normal. But people come and people go. You know, and important people in your life, it takes a while for you to let them go in your spirit and your mind and your heart. So there'll be a grieving process for you. But at some point in time in your life, maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, I don't know. Everybody has their own process, their own time allowance of time to grieve. You will move on, but it takes time. Let's go around. Who we got?
Smooth.
So I guess I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one. He said, did you know James Brown was Michael Jackson's inspiration? Yeah. Michael Jackson learned most of his moves from Smooth Sound. No, he learned most of his moves from James Brown. A lot of people got that. Elvis Presley, he got all that kicking in his leg from James Brown. You know, you think Elvis Presley a white guy started kicking like that and grinding his hips like that by himself? No, he saw James Brown do it. Elvis Presley was a big fan of black music back in the day. People don't say that. And that's how he got all that gyrating on the screen. James Brown. Let's go around. BobbieD, One Nation of Groove and Love.
Smooth. If I'm not mistaken, Denmark was the first country to legalize marijuana and gay marriage.
I don't know. I don't know the first country. I know it's many countries now, and many countries are doing it, but the Philippines has never done either marijuana or gay marriage. I don't know if they may legalize medical marijuana.
Divorce
but as far
also.
as gay marriage, I don't think that'll ever be here because they have a very strict Catholic tradition here, and that's against the Catholic Church. Roger, who we got?
Gunny, the fish we had was big, but it's definitely a one-time thing, so it's too salty.
I don't eat that stuff, man. I can't deal with that salt. Nah, I let salt go. At least he don't fish. She sneak a little salt in my food. But I tell them, don't put no salt in my food. Because you know why? Most of the food you buy already have salt put in it. You know, to make it taste decent without you. And then they gonna put extra salt on it. I don't stop these D. Messing up. She up here trying to tell. Nah, go ahead. Let's go right to everybody. Who we got? That's it. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's be real. Thank you so much for the donations today.
Thank you so much, guys.
Everybody that gave, we appreciate it. It's a blessing to have people that care and that share with us on this program. We will be coming back to you again on Monday, and then again on Friday, and then maybe sometimes during the week that we come to you as well when we do lives, mobile lives on the go. So when we care about you, we share about you. We want to actually continue praying for Smooth Sound, eye on you, that he goes through his grieving process, that he keeps strong, and he doesn't get sick again. Pray that he continue to stay well. Who else? Pray for Terry Fleming. He had a surgery several months ago. He's still recovering because it takes the type of surgery he had. It takes a while to get over that. So you pray for the people on this train. Pray for me and Lisa D. I told y'all at the first of the year, we had a big issue with somebody. And somebody in this resident, it wasn't a big issue, but I didn't like the way they dealt with it. They came on me. You know, they came up on me the wrong way. And I like, oh, Lord, you better be glad Lisa D was here with me, man. But I handled it well. Lisa D was there. We had a situation, but she held me down. And it came out all right. But if the old Bobbie, oh, Lord, I would have put him down. But she helped. She kept. Anyway, I'm not going to tell y'all the whole situation. But keep praying for us as well. Things are okay. Things are great and going to get better every day. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you so much, Sir Terry Fleming, for the donation. Sir Murphy Hayes, and Sir Bijan for all your donations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you for watching us always, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sir King Arthur. I want to tell you for showing up again.
If you see our screen right now on the top of Lisa's head right there, you said StreamYard. I switched to, I had the top, one of the paying plans to switch StreamYard, I switched to not the free. I don't have the free version. I'm still paying for it, but I switched to a lesser version, and it's like half the money I was paying. So we still keep the same things we had, except we have to see that little StreamYard word up there on the screen. So y'all see that. That's the only difference. And I'm looking at another live stream option that gives me everything StreamYard gives me for free. And I'm going to be testing that out. So you may see something saying demo test, live stream demo test. That'll be me. And if it works like I want it to, I'm going to say bye-bye. Bye-bye, StreamYard.
No,
bye-bye.
wait for
What?
them to comment if it come up, all right?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll see what you comment say. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD.
And the tuba queen City.
Saying take care.
God bless.
And
Peace.
I
Have
will
a good
see
night,
you on
guys.
the backside of tomorrow.